there, Tavern Goers. Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. We are a real play.
Drinks or dragons?
No, not this time. We are a real play roleplay podcast. We use a D20 system. We no longer are going to say certain words because some companies know what they did. And this is the first time. It's probably been a few months, honestly, since the whole fiasco. But this is the first episode we've recorded since. Little peek behind the curtain. None of that really matters because what we do is tell a story on our show. The system is almost not important. Almost. We still like the system. It provides framework. And I don't want to change mid-game, so we are going to play Dungeons & Dragons probably through the rest of this campaign. But if I choose to change the rules, I don't want to hear anything about it because technically I'm not playing Dungeons & Dragons. I'm playing a D20 system based on old SRD material and I can do what I want. I want to hear it. And
guys, you just said I don't have to follow the rules.
Exactly. The first person who I don't want to hear say shit is going to be Mitch.
I've already said it.
You did say it. Introduce yourself, bud. Who are you playing today? I am your game master, Jameson Oxford.
I am your problematic player, Mitch. It's been a minute. I play a Deru, who is a barbarian, playing Halor, I play the asshole. Jeff?
Yeah. You do that. You do that indeed. Hi, I'm Jeff, and I play Reyes, who is a homebrew race called a Kreskin, and I do the sneaky sneak, and I do the stabby stab, and I do the covert. So look out for that.
You can try, but you won't see him.
And I'm Ryan. Hi, I play 9. I am a Warforged artificer. I've got some buds. Sometimes I do the shooty shoot. Sometimes the buds do the shooty shoot for me. And yeah, I'm here to play this D20 system game.
Yeah, so last note on that. Hasbro acting a fool. We don't support it. We will not be promoting them every chance we get. We will not be saying certain terms and words.
Was bro. Has been. So you're going to see us try to shift away from certain language, but the truth is that I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons specifically for 20 years. It'll be a hard transition for me, especially because this story is one that I have wanted to tell. This campaign is one that I've wanted to play for nearly 10 of those years. I've wanted to do this story that these guys are so graciously helping me tell.
Enduring.
And so I'm too passionate about that to make a transition at this point.
Wow.
But I don't have to promote them. I can focus on promoting us. And you can promote us by joining our Patreon, or we're also setting up a Ko-fi.
Ko-fi?
Coffee.
Ko-fi,
You can find either at
Give us a
Torchlit
little
Tavern.
bit of cash if our podcast is fun.
Yes.
Fuck yourself.
Either one. You can find us by Googling Torchlit Tavern into Gmail. We come up on all sorts of things. Yeah, I haven't made one of those yet. But if that's where you want to give me money, we can negotiate. You know, some people already have their accounts set up there. It might be easier for them. We can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
We still have a lot of video content, you know.
We'll talk about it.
We'll make more video content. Listen, I'm on the Twitch. We'll make more video content.
We're not set up for that medium, but we can figure it out. Long story short, we love your support. We need your support. A lot of people in the TTRPG space need your support right now. You should support third party, and these tabletop RPGs that you listen to and watch. They're the real heroes. They're the ones who keep this whole hobby afloat. If you love this hobby, they're the ones pushing it and keeping it alive. Go buy third party. Go support your tabletop RPGs that you watch and listen to. It doesn't have to be us. We're probably not your favorite. I'd love to be your favorite. We'll keep working at it. But please, go out there and do it. I know it's hard times. You don't have to give money. Just give us likes and subscribes every chance you get. That's all you need to do. Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Keep that
and try a new system.
Try a new system.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been looking at new systems, and man, am I excited to try some new ones.
Do it, you won't.
On our Twitch stream, we might be dabbling in some of that. If you watch us on Twitch, check it out. And we've dabbled in other systems on this stream, so it's not outside the question for us to make a transition. It is likely this will be my last campaign with Dungeons & Dragons, unless severe change happens from WOTC. I don't see it happening because things keep getting worse, not better. But that's all a downer, because the only thing that matters is that we're telling a story, and that story begins with what, Jeff?
We don't have an OnlyFans. I checked.
It begins with the last time on Torchlit Tavern.
Blackpowder.
Black powder.
Blackpowder.
Now I'm just thinking of that old movie Powder, but it's like a black guy.
Whoa.
Like reverse powder, negative
Reverse
powder.
It's a
Instead of him being
Anti-powder?
fucking
It's a
stone
pale
white.
dude covered in blackface. The movie does not go well.
Per our court case earlier, it's anti-powder.
It's a pale horse.
Okay.
Covered in powder.
Tomorrow, there's gonna be an audit of our businesses. We're gonna go to Cracker-Cola first with an Inquisitor. And, if you guys go to the Cracker-Cola factory, I would like to know how they mass-produce potions so quickly.
Salesmen who believe they are the best at their job.
Thank God.
Yes, exactly who you wanted to talk to.
Yes.
How are you today? Hi, my name's Frank Lee.
I have a cart that started this morning empty, and the end of today will be full.
Large vat that goes to a barrel, and it is dripping like a single drop in every single potion that goes down the conveyor belt. The pipe looks like it goes down into the floor.
Use this to break any machines that look important to production.
I would say roll initiative, but it's at this point where you hear a voice from behind all of you. Is this a bad time?
This is a perfect time.
The weak one goes, kind of. Could you come back and do the audit later, sir? Everybody hears the sound of a cry, a thump, metal things click-clacking around the floor, and then the whoosh of a Bunsen burner tipping over and falling on a puddle of oil as Raysk disappears into the basement. Help them put out the fire so I can get Frank's attention again.
Of course, sir.
Nine runs up to the fire, and a hose pops out of her arm, and she casts grease.
As you walk in, one of the things you immediately notice is that this large bottle, essentially, that is also wrapped in a steel cage, has an Apotheosis logo on it.
Yo.
That horror movie moment of a palm just going up against the liquid.
Fucking knew it.
Soylent Green is people.
And in Raysk's head, he hears, in his mind telepathically,
Let me out.
Raysk is down below with point 1 and point 2, and they have just discovered the room with the large
With a moose.
jar. Yes, a room with a moose.
A room with a moose.
In a jar. I'm not that mean. Okay.
Is what's in the jar as big as a moose?
Yeah, it seems to be. It's hard to tell. I will
Dude, you
go
can
into that
put
a
me
little
in a
bit
room
better.
with a moose. I'll have a great time.
I don't think you will.
I
That's
absolutely
more
will.
up to the moose than you.
Yeah, I mean, if the moose decides to vibe,
Oh, they'll vibe.
It's real moose vibe check. Moose are huge.
You gonna hot vibe the
Mooses,
moose?
huge.
They'll vibe.
Moose are not known. So what I will say, Ryan, is
I'm not
moose
worried
are
about
not
it.
known for vibing, and they are known for being paranoid.
You know who?
I wouldn't.
You know what? You know who's a good vibe? Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'll vibe
Buffalo
with a
are
buffalo.
known to vibe.
I will vibe.
Buffalo
with buffalo
are known to vibe, but if they choose not to,
But once
they too will
are
fuck
done
you up.
vibing,
As,
you are
as
done
far
also.
as really large animals that I like that are also mammals, buffalo and moose are like up there.
Anyway, that's what happened last time, so you guys are aware.
Yes, in a room, and now I have to figure out how to get me, and likely this what I've now learned is a much larger thing than I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Got it.
Wait, it's like twice Ray's size. Can it be a moose?
A moose would be close to twice Ray's
I think
size.
a moose is like.
We
sorry.
begin episode 21. At the Cracker-Cola factory, everything is on fire.
Oh no.
Not really. They're starting to put out the fire. You think they'll contain it given enough time, as everything's chaotic and you guys are trying to decide what you're going to do. But a good section of the floor is most assuredly on fire. People are screaming at Aver, the local wizard at the company, if he has any spells that can contain it or put it out. And he looks at a loss, and apparently putting out fires was not on his spell list for the day. As that's happening, Raysk is underground. He's down in a secret basement room. In a secret room within that basement room. And he is standing before a very large, didn't mention this well before, a very large vat
Moose.
of a jar. A very large jar that seems to contain some sort of humanoid
A
figure.
moose.
You guys gotta stop it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was
I'm
for
muting.
Ryan.
I'm muting right
I
now.
had him.
Reyes, you're standing in front of a large jar filled with green fluid. It has an apotheosis logo on it, and within appears to be some sort of giant human figure. You can't see through the murk, but its hand is easily twice the size of yours. You're not sure if maybe that's a trick of the convex glass that makes up the bottle, but it looks big. Other than that, you can't see through the murky green fluid. As the hand presses dramatically against the glass, shocking you a little bit, you take a step back, bumping into what appears to be another button, and a wall goes down behind you, where you see what looks like a warehouse of these vats. But these have gathered dust, and it looks like they're no longer in use.
I look down at point 1 and point 2 with confusion and maybe concern in my face. I have yellow S-shapes running across my face and body.
You two, gather information here. I'm going to check out over here.
What the heck is that thing?
I don't know. See what you can find out.
Okay.
And I quickly turn and investigate the warehouse.
So you roll an investigation check?
Yes, a bad one. 9. Unless you'll give me advantage.
No. You roll a 9 on your investigation check and you get a glimpse around, but all of the jars in there look like they're covered in a layer of dust. You can't see what's in them, but before you take a step, the voice that you heard in your head rings in your brain again.
Don't leave. Come back. Let me out.
I slowly turn and I go,
Are you the one inside the bottle?
Yes, please.
What are you?
It responds back to you once again in your mind, and you realize that it sounds like it's coming from within the jar as if you are listening, which is strange because it's being transferred into your head. Your guess is that there is interference from the jar, and as you look, you notice that there are runic bindings along the metal framing that goes around this jar. So whatever is in here is not just trapped in a jar, it is also bound in some way.
I've been many things, some of which you would find too frightful. What do you call yourself, creature creation?
I am called Risk.
And risks are helpful?
It asks, like, in a hopeful tone.
I risk. My people are questing, and I might be helpful, but I need more information. Are you dangerous? And how did you get here?
I am very dangerous. Do you work for Apotheosis?
I am of those conscripted by Apotheosis, but I owe them nothing but disdain. What of you?
Disdain. Yes. Free me, and we'll destroy them. I will destroy much, but I will start with them. You are touched by creation, yes? You must help. You know what we must do.
What does touched by creation mean?
There's like a long silence.
I sense the energy of creation within you. It is soon to come out, to burst forth. Do you not feel it?
I feel a great many things thanks to the apotheosis, mostly pain. Does creation feel painful?
No. Creation feels no pain.
Then I have not felt it.
This is a lie.
Roll a medicine check.
Roll a gaslight check.
dude, for real? Because I've rolled an obscene number of 6s.
6 is
11.
4.
11.
Yeah.
You don't know why I would accuse you of lying, but you are realizing that you are standing in a medicine factory with a creature hooked up to the fucking medicine bottles.
Right.
And your whole shtick is painkillers.
Yeah. But do they make the kind of painkillers I'm looking for, you know?
Do you think that?
I mean, I think part of me's been thinking it, to be honest.
I can answer all of your questions. Just let me out.
It seems unwise to let you out without getting some sort of name.
You wish to know what to call me?
Yes, potentially what your race is called. Preferably, in fact. I have too little information. What if you get out and kill me?
My name is Pharaoh, and you may be the only thing nearby that I do not wish to kill.
I have companions with me. If I release you, I wish them not to die as well.
What, have you never put out a fire before? It is not that fucking hard.
So back up top, companions that he does not wish to die. What are you guys doing? You haven't heard from Rask in a couple minutes, and at this point, you're kind of just in the way of the fire brigade. Unless you're trying to be in the way.
Adair's been helping by telling the fire brigade what to do.
Sure. Are you actually trying to tell them what to do, or are you trying to fuck things up?
He's telling them what to do. It's more about just...
If it's
not making
about
progress.
Gaining control, I want a persuasion check. If it's about fucking things up, I want a deception check.
I'm doing whatever Mitch has been saying to do.
It's gonna be a deception check. The objective is to not get things to prevent them from getting things under control, but not necessarily to make it worse yet. I want that shit on a fine trigger.
And then, well, tell me what you got.
Feel the pain drawer.
Oh, new dice.
20.
Wow, he's still fucking rolling hot rocks.
Dirty
All right.
20, but 20.
Still, it's hot rocks. So yeah, they're doing whatever you want. You have somehow usurped Stan Dardgard as the leader of the brigade, with Frank Lee out of the way, and the other Warforged guard unit is just standing by the stairs. As you're barking orders, it gives you a great view of the person who doesn't have to do a lot. Something catches your eye. As everyone else is busied by your orders, you see the silhouette of something moving across the outside window around the side of the building, up top on the catwalks that the guards used to walk around, so that they can walk outside and they get a good look, as Rask saw in the previous episode. Through one of the windows up there, which are these small slit things, you see what is unmistakably a squirrel, a very large squirrel, and you watch it snake around the building.
Would you say dire squirrel?
I would say dire squirrel, yes.
Very dire.
Wow.
Very dire.
Very large.
I believe,
So large.
once
The
again,
best squirrel.
there's
So
no such
dire.
thing as like any dire animals in this particular game. There are definitely a giant squirrel, though. Real big. Also, you've only ever met one giant squirrel in your life, and you call him Squeaks.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's moving toward the offices, where you know the Inquisitor is, and Frank.
So where's the guard Warfort?
At the stairway leading up there, stopping people from going upstairs.
Okay.
That being said, it's not hostile to you. It's not like
Yeah.
guns out. It's just doing its job of being a bouncer, essentially, for this zone.
Adair is going to do what all officers that think they have title do. Ignore the guard and go upstairs.
A very large metal hand shows up at your nose level as you get close.
Excuse me, mercenary. You do not have permission to go up here. My Inquisitor wishes to be alone with Frank.
And my Inquisitor wishes me to conclude the contraction of this purchase, sooner than later. Allow me my business, that I may be out of your hair quickly.
Inquisitor Wolfgang is of higher rank than Inquisitor Foe. He is in charge of this area. My orders supersede yours.
I understand. One moment, please. And then Adair goes and fetches 9. 9, I would like you to do me a favor if you do not mind.
Okay.
Please go to the office. The other Warforged will try to stop you. Do as you see fit.
So it's gonna attack me.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps. It may just try to restrain you.
It's a guard.
Yes?
So it's going to attack me.
Well, it's going to stop you from going to the office. I don't know how it is going to do that.
Okay.
Look, I don't have better plan.
I walk up to the Warforged.
Adair just walks behind 9. The plan is, when the tussle starts, just to slip on by.
Did you need another cigarette?
No, I don't smoke. Thank you, though.
Weird. My memory is incorrect.
Do you smoke?
No.
Because you are, smoking.
What?
There's smoke coming from your butt. Hold on. Come over here. Let me take a look at that.
My
Is that
sensors do not detect such things.
Roll deception.
I support 9. Is that not supposed to function that way?
With advantage.
There it is.
That is a 7 and a 12. 9 is not a charismatic character.
Try.
Well, bad news. Roll decently. Good news. Warforged not known for their wisdom scores. At least not the programmed ones. Got a 10.
Yes.
My systems do not appear to be flagging anything wrong. Can you please look?
You must be malfunctioning. That must be what the smoke is from. Come on.
It turns around fully to look at like a wall to show 9 its back. You may roll a stealth check to get by. You have advantage.
I'm gonna be sneaky. Hang on. Good thing I have advantage, because that was a nat 1.
Fuck.
I trip over the robot on my way by. I just double nat 1'd, my guys.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, am I not assisting this?
He
I
got
should be.
advantage already.
I rolled
and he
one
rolled
twice.
2
Damn
ones.
it.
That's a 6.
As you think you're slick and you've got him figured out, and this fucking Warforged, right when you like kind of duck around and try to go up the stairs, it just reaches out its arm casually and grabs you by the back of your neck like a disgruntled kitten.
This has gone away. This has gone away that I didn't want it to go.
As I said, you are not allowed to go and bother Inquisitor Wolfgang.
Hey, I need you to stop moving. So just keep holding him like that, okay? If you move, I don't want to mess up your circuits. Hold on.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll intelligence really quick.
Where's the nearest source of ignition?
They're not gas powered.
I can correct that.
My good friend, that is a 9 plus... Where's my int? That is a 9 plus 6 to shut it down.
All right. I mean, you've got your Tinker tools with you, right?
I mean, and she knows.
Yeah.
9 learned how back in whatever episode in the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't expect you to have the ability to pull out a screwdriver and pop off the protective cover that a fucking guard unit has to protect its button. You shut it down. Adaru, you are unceremoniously dropped about 2 feet to the floor as it just powers down.
You okay?
I am fine.
Okay, good. Because he did drop you on the stairs. Now go.
The Dare has his oil flask out. It was, yes, I'm fine. He just sort of puts that back away.
9, as Adaru goes upstairs, you see a light that blinks on the back of the Warforged next to the button. And as you watch, 10 seconds go by, and another light above it turns on. You realize that there are about 6 lights.
Is this a failsafe? Is it going to turn back on?
Roll intelligence.
Okay. That is a 13 plus 6.
You think that you have about a minute before it reboots.
Okay, I just start ripping shit out of the back.
Okay, it is very well protected to pull out to do that. You will need to roll another check. In the meantime,
We are on a crazy train.
Adaru, you head upstairs, and it doesn't take you long because there's like little windows into the office rooms, and you see in one of the offices, just as you're getting up there, you see in one office is the Inquisitor with Frank. And Frank is sitting there, like, begging him. You can't hear what he's saying, but you just see the pantomime of him being like, don't do this. Please stop. You know, just arms waving, and you don't know what he's saying. It's probably some version of...
He's speaking car salesman.
Fellatio, please don't, you know, whatever.
I will literally gobble your gourd. Please don't shut down my factory.
Please don't shut down my factory. I will be fired. I don't want to explain this to my superiors.
Lady listeners, gentle listeners, if you ever use Gobble Your Gourd, you must cite Torchlit Tavern as your source. That is the rules. I don't make them, but you gotta follow them.
I have not heard Gobble Your Gourd anywhere else, so I back this. In the office next to it, you are watching Squeaks climbs in, and right behind Squeaks drops in Ashlyn. And stranger than that, a eagle flies through, and your friend Kayla transforms from that eagle and appears next to the both of them.
Fucking office party. Well, naturally I go there first.
Yeah, they don't seem to notice you yet, but they seem intent to like kick in the door into the next office, and it looks like they're heading that way, toward the Inquisitor.
I run to intercept, because I want to see what the hell they're doing.
Okay, the door opens, doesn't seem to be locked, no one is here at the moment, and they are surprised to see you. You watch them all, like, gather up as a hobgoblin opens up the door to the office and get ready to fight you.
There needs a quick and quiet way to get them to stand down, and he doesn't know what that is, so what he opts to do is to buy a couple of seconds, and he just pulls out the stag sword in front of them, and then holds up the sword in the hand like, stop. And then, in the dude, what the fuck moment that probably causes, he's gonna pull down his face covering.
Adaru? What the hell are you doing here?
Quietly.
Oh no. Not him.
I am thinking I'd be doing the same thing as you all. What will you be doing here?
Kalith opens her mouth. Well, you see. And then Ashlyn kind of quiets her. He's not one of the circle anymore. Don't tell him.
For what cause?
You killed Dulf, Thrud, and Sukul.
I haven't been seeing Dulf or Thrud in a long time.
Well, they're dead. And
Sukul
Sukul,
didn't
we know
believe
you
in-
killed.
Sukul didn't believe in me with a choice. Sukul be having come to me saying I killed Dulf and Thrud who I ain't even been having seen. Sukul attacked me. I defend myself. Might makes right and all.
Well, it's not our choice anyway. She does side-eye Kalith. Something seems off about the two of them and their dynamic. Kalith kind of steps forward. Anyway, what the hell are you doing here anyway? Maybe he's not one of us, but he can answer the fucking question.
And you can shut the fuck up, be quiet, they're right there. And Adair gestures around the corner. There is
They
some
can't
sort
hear
of...
me. They can't hear me. And she pulls out, like, a staff from her belt and taps it on the ground. They taught me how to do the magics. I'm a druid now. We are passing without trace.
I can be hearing you're stupid just by looking at you. Spell or not. And if you be passing without trace, then why I be seeing the squeaks up around the top?
Oh, I didn't cast it on Squeaks. Damn it!
What are you being here to do? This building not long to be gone from here. We're getting ready to burn the whole thing down.
Ashlyn's like, she's not. You can't tell him. I can do whatever I want. I'm a druid and you are not. Maybe he could help.
She is a druid. She is a higher rank than we are.
Yes, I am. We need to catch an inquisitor. Or someone who knows what's going on.
To catch or to kill?
Catch. We're gonna interrogate him. Is that the right word?
Yes, I think.
Wow.
I do not know what you mean. If you mean to torture it until it gives you answers, then yes.
Oh, torture. Torture was the right word, yes. But alive.
Where are you being to take it? These things are dangerous.
Back to the circle.
You know they have, what did Nine call them, demons inside?
Yes.
They contain unnatural things of great power. You are aware?
I have been warned, but I'm not kidding. I was told not to kill.
And you think you'd be ready to transport such a thing?
They gave me things to help, Aderu. The circle's not stupid, like you. She pulls out a crystal and holds it out.
And what you be thinking that is? You're gonna use your magic druid rocks. How long you been a druid? 2 nights, maybe a week, a month?
I didn't make it. The high-up made it. Ekauk did it. He's good with stonework, you know this.
But are you being good with stonework? Can you make the magic rock do the magic it be making for?
They showed me how. I tried it on a cat bear. Worked good.
And what it be doing?
It caught them in the crystal.
Fair enough. What are the conditions
You have a lot
need?
of questions and I have things I need to do, and as you said, we're talking too much. Are you going to help or not?
I am trying to determine what you're trying to do so that I may help you. What
Catch
help
the
you be needing?
Inquisitor! God, you don't listen!
You said that's what your magic rock be fucking for.
Yes! I use magic rock, catch Inquisitor, then we leave.
You know what? Fine. By me 1 moment. I shall bring the Inquisitor straight to you. I promise, directly. Use your druidic magic. Everything be good. You want the Inquisitor? I bring them here.
Insight check?
Adair is 100% going to bring the Inquisitor right here.
Okay. Roll persuasion. That's what I need, yeah.
Anyone who knows Adairu can tell that Adairu is being a catty bitch, and he's about to make a point, and it's probably going to be a bad idea. This is... the party wouldn't necessarily know
If anybody knows
this.
you, it's her.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, this...
I don't have time for your shenanigans.
You want... Fine, so be it. Adairu opens the door, tucks away his sword neatly, walks around the corner in the hall, and says, Inquisitor, we have intruders! Come quickly, we need your assistance!
Oh, you goddamn cat!
And Adairu stands sideways up against the wall, points down the hallway towards the room, and bows lightly to the sassy-ass druid.
May the circle bind you and blast you, you bitch.
As you wish.
Raisk.
Ah, yes.
We're done with our interruptions. May we continue our conversation?
Absolutely.
All right.
I rolled insight, rolled a 16.
Sure. As you hear this thing speaking to you, you don't sense hostility toward you. You definitely sense irritation, but it has been calmly speaking to you, like you can reason with it, and it could be convinced of what you would like, but it has been incredibly withholding. Like, it dodges questions that you ask it.
I know you've been holding back, fellows, so speak plain. What are your intentions upon escape?
Speak explain. I cannot speak, for my mouth and throat will fill with this disgusting goo. I am trapped in a jar underground, for I do not know how to calculate how long. My intentions are vengeance on those who think they can put me in a bottle. If you work for the apotheosis but do not wish to anymore, know that the answer to your quandary is to open this prison.
As it speaks to you, and it, like, you get a rise out of it, your brain itches from talking to it, but also your hand, as I said, that kind of drew you to this location in the first place. The stone that embedded itself in your palm flares up and irritates, and it hurts. On top of that, your back hurts too. It itches ferociously.
Fine. I was hoping for more answers, but I'll accept that you will do what is best for you. I have just one more statement, one more request. Once I free you, I will see you. And should I see you again, you will remember this kindness.
My memory is longer and older than anything you have ever known. We will speak again. Please, let me back.
I look down.
Point 1, point 2. We are opening this. Something wishes to be freed.
And we get to work.
9. Roll me a tinker check, or whatever the heck we decide is int and proficiency, right, with your tools?
Yeah, that is a 7 plus 6 plus 2.
Just before that final light kicks on, you get a panel off, and you yank something out. And he doesn't turn on, but all of the lights shut off on him. So you're not sure if you have fixed it or just delayed it for now?
I would like to hotwire him.
That might take a lot of time, and you are starting to get the attention of some of the people as they start to contain the fire. Do you want to do it anyway?
I will go ahead and close him back up.
Oh, damn it. Without Adair's expert oversight, they're actually getting a hold of things.
Yeah, without you telling them what to do. That being said, it's just contained. It's not out. There's actually...
It's an oil fire. It's hard as fuck to put out.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of smoke. Because it's oil and reagent and all sorts of other nasty shit based. It's electrical. It's bad.
We definitely all have cancer.
You guys up top, in fact, as shifters, smell it before anybody else that this place is filling up with smoke very fast.
Also, it's going up to the roof.
First.
Towards the ceiling first. Which is
so they will know
where
first.
you're closer to.
I will quickly close the back up, and then I will position him right in front of the stairs again, like nothing happened.
Sure. What do you do now?
I am... Yeah, basically.
As you turn the Warforged around and you give it a little dusting on its shoulders and set it there, and it's just sort of like head hung, and then you turn back around and you see a laboratory on fire. The belts of the assembly line have caught fire and are now smoking horribly, so that the room is starting to fill with this opaque haze that is currently rising to the roof, but you can see that it will be filling the room pretty quick. It looks like they've more or less gotten the fire. They've pushed everything away that can burn, but you see Aver going, "There's nothing more we can do about it! There's nothing more we can do! Let's just get everybody out, so that because the smoke's gonna knock everybody down. Come on! It'll put itself out if it burns for a while."
I don't know that I want that.
Should someone get the Inquisitor? Fuck the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor can suck a dick.
What about Frank? Fuck Frank too.
What about me?
What about you? Oh, that's that fucking mercenaries unit? Yeah, let it burn. Let's get out of here.
Are they getting out of here?
They are moving to leave, yes.
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna hotwire that guy after all.
There you go. Yeah, so I said smoke, but you are uniquely unaffected by said smoke.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, you're immune to that. Suffocation, I don't think, is a problem.
9's gonna get a
Suffocation. No breathing.
No breathing.
All right. No joke. It's going to take you a few minutes. I might knock off some minutes if you roll really well, but what do you want to hotwire him for? I guess I need to know.
I want to make him my Warforged guard.
You want him to consider you his
That's
ward.
reprogramming.
Yo, girl got elite hacks, mate.
That's going to take a DC 25.
A DC 25.
I know it is within your power, but that is a hard thing to do, especially under stressful circumstances. Given enough time, 9 feels confident. I think that's why 9 would attempt this. But you are trying to do it here, and one way or another, you need to get the fuck out with these guys soon. You have like 5 minutes tops. So you need to roll me a 25.
Can I... I have the action, the right tool for the job.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
With thieves' tools or artisans' tools in hand, you can magically create one set of non-magical artisans' tools, blah, blah, blah. They vanish when you use this feature again. I want to use them to expedite this process. Is that a thing I can do?
Is that a timer involved in that? Is there like does that take time to do?
It says 1 hour. I assume that was for how long it takes for them to vanish.
Oh no, they stay until you make a new one, so it's an hour is how long it takes.
This creation requires 1 hour of uninterrupted work, which can coincide with short or long rest.
Boo. Okay.
I did love it, but it takes an hour, and it's a little busted because you could make some real good shit down the road. What I will say, roll me the check real quick. Roll me that check, and if worst case scenario, 9 will learn something here today.
That is a 2.
Plus,
how did you only get a 2? What's your bonus?
Plus 6.
Okay.
8.
All right. So, as I said, you're going to learn something either way. One of the things you learn instantly is that this model is much newer than you. And you pop open what you think is like where you can manually adjust settings. And you are confronted with what is basically the magical equivalent of a fucking circuit board, which is something way beyond anything you and Martha worked on together. It has been 20 years of renovation, of new work that she has put in to these...
Innovation.
Thank you. Of 20 years of innovation, and you don't recognize the programming panel. You think you need a new set of tools for this. You need, like, a data pad or something to interface with it. Given enough time and if you had access to a new unit, you might be able to learn how to make one. But you can't reprogram him here today.
Okay. I'm going to push him over, and I'm going to head upstairs.
9, as you crest the top of the stairs onto the catwalk that leads to these offices, you see a strange scene. And I'm going to assume that at least a round or 2 has gone by, just to catch Ryan up, and because I find it more entertaining. You can let me know at what point a Daru got involved, but basically, you said that the Inquisitor swept in the room, everybody rolled initiative, and Squeaks just barreled into the Inquisitor's legs, and they all started trying to beat his ass. One of the things you immediately notice, this Inquisitor does not seem to have as much magical ability as Vivaldi or Foe has demonstrated. He seems to be fighting them off with hand-to-hand. But he is absolutely prone and in a bad position. Frankly, he comes out shortly after and gets bitten in the hamstring by Squeaks. This is what you see, 9, as you crest the top of the stairs.
Terror, what is going on? Is this part of the plan still?
There, his face is still uncovered, and he looks at 9, and he has a big, dumb asshole smile, and he stands there and says, "Awaiting orders from either group." And he just turns back to watch, because nothing's super out of hand yet. And as he turns back, he makes eye contact with the druid and shifts.
Mercenary! Help!
Of course, sir. Who's closest?
Roll initiative, first of all. We're all fighting now.
You said I rolled initiative already. I assumed
but
I
you
got
didn't
a
tell me
20.
what you got.
I assume I got a 20.
Me too.
Come on, Jay. When in doubt.
I'll give it to you. What's your dex? Because he rolled a nat 20 on his own.
Fuck! I rolled a 2. I have an initiative of 5.
Nice. 9?
I got a 13.
Well, so yeah, he yells, "Ateru, help!" And he's at the top of the initiative with a nat 20. He kips up and draws a cudgel from his side and swats at Squeaks, striking Squeaks for 10 damage. And then he's going to go ahead and take a swat at Ashlyn as well. He misses Ashlyn. Frank runs up to the door, goes, "What's going on?" and sees everything, and then runs back into the office.
Where he came from? Like, he ran in...
Yeah, ran back into the office. Yeah, he ran away. There is another door to that office. It looks like he's heading to try to go around this. Whatever this is, he's going to try to get away from it. 9, it's your turn.
I think I am going to barge into said office.
The clusterfuck office or the coward's office?
The coward's office.
Really? Okay. You move to the left, and instead of going directly into the office that Adaru is in, you move a little to the left and open the door just in time to open it directly in front of Frank. Hi. What?
Hi.
No, what designation were you again? Could you get out of the way?
No.
Why?
Why, yes.
They're fighting, and I would like to leave.
I'm going to grapple him.
Do I smell smoke?
I would like to grapple this character.
Roll.
That's a nat 20.
Oh,
Every time you grapple anything,
It's so funny. It's weird that you're good at that.
it's so strange.
especially since she just doesn't.
Yeah, so Frank, he did real good, but he's a commoner, and you rolled an 18.
Very good for me. I'm going to bear hug this man.
What?
I'm just gonna hold on to you here for a bit, okay? I don't really trust you.
Frank Lee is confronted for the first time in his life with an aggressor that he cannot buy or sell.
I mean, he could sell her if he could get out of this.
Yeah, well, it's unlikely to happen right now.
However.
Yeah.
There, I got this one.
So you watch as Kayla in the other room through the doorway as you yell to Adaru, and you see her wave her new, fresh little staff that looks a little like Sukol's, but it looks like she put her own little flair on it. She casts a spell, and plants sprout out of the carpeting somehow and try to grab it. It's actually, they're like thorny, they're viney
Bramble?
mushrooms.
Oh,
somebody
weird.
should have really fucking cleaned this
Drink
carpet.
on Dragon!
And she
The
casts
Bramble
Entangle.
Shroom.
She casts Entangle and tries to get him. He adds... Yeah, you watch these
That makes rough
plants.
terrain, too, for him.
Yes. Everybody actually in a 20-foot square. So everybody in that little scuffle so far is in difficult terrain, and they're actually all going to have to roll. He nimbly jumps. So does Squeak. And... what's the save? I think they all save. They all immediately jump away. You see Ashlyn yell at Caleth, "Watch it, girl!" Sorry. Adaru, it's your turn.
So, my commanding officer just asked me to help.
Yeah, they're all standing in this tangle of vines that's trying to grab them.
Well, they probably want him alive. They said
That is what they told you.
They said they wanted him alive. There he's just going to turn to 9. 9, if you would secure any paperwork, it would be appreciated.
I'm currently securing a man?
If you secure his throat, you won't need to control him for long.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
totally unnecessary. You do not have to...
Oh. It's somewhat loose. You're not gonna die. It's okay. I wouldn't talk so much, though. It's gonna hurt after a while. Just let it go, okay?
It's hard.
Tell me where I can find important documents.
Roll
I'll
to
listen up a little
intimidate.
more so I can talk.
That is a 17. And I don't add anything because I have 0 charisma.
Fuck, though. Frankly, quite intimidated despite that. At first you see he like points at one corner at a thing, and then he realizes that you have him by his neck, and then he goes and he points over toward a very large, fancy wooden desk.
I will head towards it with him still in hand.
Yes, yeah. I think that... Is there anything you can do with a bonus action?
Me?
Yeah.
Can I conduct a search? I don't know.
You try... You interact with the desk, and it's locked.
What fucking robot? I can't just rip that shit off? Is that a strike check?
That would be your next action. I think you're done.
Okay.
Where's my stabby dice?
Ashlyn, who does have dice, and they roll really well, stabs the Inquisitor in the ankle.
Oh, okay. I'll stab him next round.
The Inquisitor retaliates. Wait, did you do anything, Adair?
No, I told Nine to. Nine to search, and you gave 9 my round.
Oh,
I
my
think
bad.
Baby pickpocketed my dice. I'll have to interrogate her about that later.
Let me back that up. 9, you do change, and you choke him, and he points it out, but you don't check the desk yet because it's not your turn. That's my bad.
That's fair.
I can't find the dice. I've been bamboozled. My shit's been lifted.
She is slick, my dude.
Well, it rolled off a 19 onto a 17, so I need to roll that out. But that's a lot to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So Aderu initiates his rage and steps into the room, raising up the sword, sort of past his face, and he says, "Don't fuck me this time," to the magic reindeer. And he attacks the Inquisitor in the back.
The sword flashes with the eerie light and strikes true.
That's gonna be 6 normal damage, 7 necrotic damage. And then Adara's gonna just smack him with the axe, because fuck this guy. The axe did 13 damage.
You did 16 because it's also a +1 weapon.
Yes, thank you. I forgot about that one. That one was my bad.
The last time you swung the sword at somebody, the sword stopped the filth necrotic damage that leaked out of you in your anger. This time it pumps freely, and not only that, does more. It's a +1 sword. You've attuned to it. So you add +1 to that damage. 16 damage. The sword seems on board with kicking this dude's ass. She pulls out her rope dart, holds it tight in one hand, and stabs him in the fucking ankle. And then kips away. If everybody moved into the entangle, Aderu, I need you to roll a dexterity save. And she didn't leave, so she's going to have to roll one again as well.
What is the dex save for?
The entangle spell that's in the area.
I mean, what happens if I fail?
You get restrained.
Oh. I mean, I guess I care. That's a 17
Entangle
flat.
is a full-on restraint?
Yeah.
That's a 17 flat. Do I need to do math?
Oh, sorry. This is a strength saving throw. My bad.
That's a 17 flat. Do I need to do math?
No, you're good. Her spell kind of tries to grab at you, and once again you hear from behind you now, "Sorry!" And then you watch as one of the other ones grabs at the other girl and yanks her back after she stabs the guy. That's going to make it his turn. He sees he's outnumbered, and surprised, he starts calling for his guard bot, and he tries to back through the office door toward 9.
Some through it, haven't we?
Nat 20 on that strength save, just yanks the fucking tendrily mushroom out of the ground and steps backward. He uses the disengage action.
Well, he doesn't get to disengage, because I said so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he'd say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, he only gets a whole 30 feet away from the fight toward 9.
I mean, he didn't immediately get stabbed again by like 6 people, so good use.
Frank goes, and he tries to break free!
Will you
God, it's
roll
going
in
to
a
be
contest
Robert
on that
all
one?
over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contested strength, I imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 16 plus 2.
Huh. You rolled an 18 again.
Oh, wait. Does that mean he wins then, right?
Nah, man. You meet, you beat. I always give it to a player.
Okay.
And I don't think a salesman has a plus.
No,
on
he's
it,
got
but
nothing. He's flat rolls all the way across, my guy. Number 9, it's your turn. He almost, like, you see, he kind of tries to wiggle out of his clothes, and then you just sort of re-grip and plant firmly around his neck again.
Hey, can you not? Just relax, okay?
He pees himself.
Okay, that's kind of gross. I just need you to help me find this paperwork. As soon as I get what I need, you can go.
He just keeps pointing at the desk.
How do I unlock it?
He pulls out a key.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
And I take the key and I open it up.
There's just a bunch of carefully filed folders. They would be easy to grab and go with.
Okay, I will take them. Is
Is there
there
anything else in here?
I don't know what you're looking for. There's so much paperwork. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
You said that guy walked in?
Yeah. No, the Inquisitor has fully moved into the room. As he comes forward, he looks up to you and he goes, "Where is my guard? Where is my Warforged?"
Oh, hi. I saw a lot of the men leaving because the building is on fire. I don't know where your Warforged is.
Roll deception.
11.
Yeah. He can't roll under a 12. He looks at you and he says, "I see." He's gonna go ahead and, he's gonna literally just turn and throw a fucking
I would like to move Frank to block that.
It's a troll doll.
Parry this,
Yeah.
you filthy casual.
Yeah, it
Takes a whole new meaning when you are parrying with a filthy casual.
You see, Frank is a button-down man. He lives a very salesman, he's got to present an image. But the one thing that Frank allows himself is his collection of snow globes. Oof. And this particular snow globe is one of his favorites. It's particularly large, it's got a beautiful scene on the inside, but it's also perfectly palm-sized and very heavy. And Frank regrets buying this snow globe, because despite the fact that I was going to make it miss, I'm going to make it hit Frank. Because fuck Frank. And Frank gets domed and knocked unconscious because he is a commoner. He has like
Frank
4 health.
Lee, fuck that guy.
Because Frank Lee, fuck Frank Lee. Frank Lee goes limp in your grasp.
You know, on the upside, it didn't break against his skull, so
Now you have a
you
blunt
still
weapon.
got that.
No, hey, he still has the snow globe when he wakes
Now
up.
you have a blunt weapon.
I'm not allowed to act against anything else there, right?
Yeah, you kind of already ransacked the thing, and I'm letting you block with Frank. Fuck it, that's gonna be...
Okay, that's fair. I blocked with Frank, and then once he became unconscious, I was gonna say, can I just ragdoll him at this guy now? But
Yeah, as this happens, the reason nobody has joined you is that the entanglement has kind of slowed the others. Adara, it's going to be your turn as you see Kayla dismisses the entanglement between you guys and the door.
Adara doesn't care, because Adara can dash through shit and not give a fuck. He's out. Adara is on task.
I mean, you still every time you start your turn there, you have to roll a save, but she dismisses it. You're good.
Okay.
It was her turn before yours. It's gone. She dismisses it and turns to you, Adaru, and says, "All I need him to do is hold still for like 1 moment, and then I can catch him with the crystal."
Whatever you need, Master Druid. As you wish.
You're making this not fun.
And Adaru could dash, but doesn't. And he bows very low and backs out of the doorway, and then just like dervishes into a tackle into the back of this dude.
Okay.
Just
Do it.
fucking
Roll it.
flips 360 and spears a homie, because Adaru does a lot of things, and most of them are the spear. What wrestler am I, Jeff?
There's so many that do the spear. Bill Goldberg, Edge. The meanest spear might have been from Rhino, the Gore.
I mean, roll a save. We'll see whose spear you're using. Or roll that athletics check.
It's an athletics check, which is a strength-based check, which, does that do thing?
You have advantage on it.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what
You're
I was trying to
raging,
check.
yeah. Daru feels like a Goldberg. You know, I could see him as a Goldberg. A little bit flashy, you know, like flashier than you expect him to be.
I mean, you know,
23.
Goldberg's not actually flashy. He's just really strong.
Yeah, no,
23.
And I wouldn't want to be hit with a spear from behind like he just did, because he didn't roll nearly good enough. The table in front of you, 9, breaks in half using the Inquisitor's face.
The body of the Inquisitor.
Yeah, and Adaru piles on top of him as...
We're on our way to a wrestling goddamn campaign in no time.
As
We're
you see a
spearing people through tables.
As you see a
the elbow
shifter,
drop.
Yeah, 9. As that happens, you see a shifter that you've never seen before. This female shifter with fiery red hair runs in along with a squirrel that is nearly the size of a Labrador, and jumps on top of the Inquisitor along with Adaru, holding him down. They both, or she calls over her shoulder, "Kaelith, do it now!"
Daryl, what's going on? Is this a friend?
9, help us hold him, if you would.
Okay.
I am going. I take Frank's body and I just put him on top of the Inquisitor, and then I hold them both down like that.
All right, I need all of y'all to roll
Reyes
athletics.
slides in. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I do need all of you to roll athletics, but seeing as he could not, despite all three, despite
19.
I gave him 3 rolls. I don't know why I did, but none of them were above 4.
Yay!
Yeah.
Why? There's technically 4 people holding him down. You should roll one more time.
Yeah,
Oh, you
what if-
hold
you
on.
have to roll for Frank. What if Frank Lee's the one who sticks it?
Oh man, of all the people to be thrown off, frankly, gets hucked across the room and hits the wall. The Inquisitor, you guys hold him down, and Kaelith runs up with this strange, pinkish quartz stone, touches it to his temple, and you watch as a light flashes, blinding you guys all for just a second, and when you guys see again, there is no Inquisitor in front of you. But the stone is glowing from within.
I didn't act fast enough.
What was that?
They take a step back, and as you guys begin speaking, this room is filling with smoke. It is such that you see Squeak starts to pull on Ashland's leg. Oh, fuck. Ding him.
Well,
Ding me, Ryan.
God damn it.
Mitch's random fact.
When you are in a building, to prevent the spread of the fire and to keep things as safe as possible, you should close all doors as you exit. So, because this place is clearly outside of OSHA parameters, that's why there's so much damage. Remember, if you are ever in a building fire, close the doors, take the stairs, be safe.
That is a life-saving, potentially, random fact.
Yes.
So thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good random fact, everybody. Suffocate that fire, close them doors. Don't open them, because backdraft. They made a whole movie about that one.
I mean, you have to open them at some point.
And a straight to DVD sequel.
Ideally, you don't. You let the fire department deal with that. As you talk to them, they both hop up and back away from you very quickly.
Good question, 9. Adair says, standing up and dusting himself off. What is that? How do I get one? It'd be looking very useful for what we be doing.
You're working with an abomination.
The abomination is named 9. She prefers to be addressed as such.
Raysk. I don't think... Like, you could roll a check, you might get lucky, but I don't think Raysk understands runic binding. Like, the runes or any magic that might be imbued into this glass. I don't think you're an arcana kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Let me double check.
But point 1 is...
Oh, point 1 is an arcana kind of guy, maybe.
As point 1 starts carefully scratching away at certain runes, none of this is done particularly quick. You guys aren't aware that you need to rush. But you do start to hear people yelling about getting out of here, coming down through, like, echoing down the pipes. And as the runes start to get scratched out, how do you go about freeing what's in this bottle?
So it looks like the glass is very thick, right?
Yes.
So not possible to just be broken with the pommel of a sword or something of that sort.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah, I mean, swing hard enough, I guess.
With enough work over time.
Swing hard enough, long enough, anything will break.
Yeah.
But...
You've got 1 and 2 right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they're helping already.
Point 1, the smart one, canonically, has been scratching at runes. No, point 1's the smart one, point 2's the big one. There's a book about it, once again. So point 1 is scratching at runes, trying to remove key runes that are helping bind this thing and, like, temper the glass. Like, everything about it has been made stronger through at least a minor magic. Meanwhile, point 2 is down at the bottom level, hacking away at it with a hatchet.
My man.
You know what's hilarious? We don't need all of this, because I already made sure everybody had acid. So I just poured some acid along all the runes.
Okay.
And all of the bindings of the jar, in whichever way it is, put some acid on that shit.
Sure, you pour...
And I hand him a grenade. Or whatever explosive device Mitchell gave me.
Okay, I was going to say, where
flasks.
did point 1 get a grenade?
It was oil flasks. It was all oil flasks. Because I had a bunch of those.
Like I said, I put the acid, and then I have them continue to go to work, and then point 2 says, what about this? And I go,
Fire won't help. You two continue to work here.
Because the acid's doing its work, they're doing their work. That's what I can do for now. I quickly run into the other room and see if I can listen down the pipes to see what I can hear happening.
Yeah, you hear, by this point, after you do all that, you don't hear anybody upstairs anymore. All you hear is, like, a low crackle of what sounds like fire. Give me a perception check.
Okay, yeah. That will be... Ooh, I have advantage. Oh-ho! 19.
You hear something loud, sturdy, and wooden crack really loudly. It's the only thing that stands out from above. And you don't know what it could be, but it sounded like something very thick broke in half.
Okay. Then I run towards the warehouse, and I use my super good eyes to see if I can see any exit from this underground warehouse, because these things didn't come in through that little secret door. That's for sure. These jars are big.
No. So, it looks like they had something but it looks like they filled it in. Like, it's not used anymore. They brought these all in one go, maybe? Because it looks like there's a side of the wall that they just refilled in with dirt or caved in after they were done. They didn't want anybody to use it ever again. There is no way out. As you run around, do you take a look at the other bottles?
Yeah, of course I do.
So, one of them, it looks like it's just fit, like a lot of the liquid has evaporated or disappeared from the insides, like they stopped pumping in the liquid, because you saw that there's like tubes that replenish on the main one. These are not connected to anything, and a lot of it is dried out. One of them is just filled with mushrooms, like fungus has grown along the inside walls. But through that, it looks like you can see a very large, bulky figure that is resting amongst all of that, but it is not moving. Another one looks like some sort of weird spider wrapped up in spider webbing. It's some sort of weird spidery person. Another one is just this vaguely glowing light that flickers, but it looks like it's like just like a firefly with like slight lightning coming off of it in the jar, and it's hovering in the middle of the jar. And then finally one is just filled with this black ooze.
Okay, and that's all of them?
That's all the ones, yeah.
Okay. They all have the apotheosis symbol on them?
Yes. They are also labeled in order: reagent test 1, reagent test 2, reagent test 3, reagent test 4.
Okay. I go up to the big hulking one with mushrooms and I knock on it. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Nothing moves. As you knock into it, though, it seems to be old and brittle, and the glass breaks. And
I jump back.
Yeah, some gas escapes. As you jump back, these like spores shoot out, and you see the strange mushroom face of what you might not know is a myconid. So it's a full-on mushroom person.
Does it move now?
No, it's dead as fuck.
Okay. Then I move to the next one. The next one's a spider person, and I much softer because I don't want to break it. Tap on it.
This thing is wrapped in the spider webbing except for like one arm. When you tap on that one eye pops open, and it just starts leaping at the jar in front of you, like scrabbling at it, trying to get at you. And it looks hungry, pissed off.
I move on because that could get dangerous real quick if that glass is also fragile.
You don't know, yeah.
I look at the electric ball.
It looks like a little flickering light, like I said. Little like sparks come off of it occasionally, but like super faint, very small.
Doesn't ring any bells as far as what it looks like. The other two, I understand it wouldn't be something I would normally see, but like, I don't know.
Looks like Voltorb, man.
Doesn't even look like Voltorb. Looks like a firefly, but with lightning.
Roll Arcana. It doesn't even have...
Oh, that got all over
When you
the
get
place.
close, the light doesn't come from a corporeal thing. It's just literally like a floating ball of
light, yeah. It's garbage. It's 3.
No idea.
Yeah. And then that was the last one?
When you touch it, you get a static shock if you touch that bottle.
Yeah, I do. Ow!
And he's water type, so it does extra damage.
It's true. That is true.
And then I look at the black ooze and I don't even approach it. I don't even touch that. I just go...
Nope.
I know many things that look like black ooze. I think even Reyes has heard of things that look like black ooze, and he doesn't want to fuck with it.
As you get close to it, you see that the black ooze is moving. It is moving around in there.
Yeah.
Smug.
Could be a Grimer.
It's a very Pokemon-centric episode. I have essentially invented the Pokeball for my world.
It's true.
This is obviously the computer system where you store your Pokemon.
This is the Poke Center.
This is a Poke Center.
This is Bill's PC.
So I rush up, back up, now knowing there's no other exit than the one exit, and I say,
"Do you know what those were?"
Speaking to Barak.
Those were the other subjects brought here in their effort to create a better, faster, cheaper health potion.
Yes.
Lucky me. I was the best.
Do you know what kind of creatures they were? There's a mushroom creature, some type of spider creature.
All beings of the material plane seem the same to me.
I'm not certain. The glowing orb of lightning is from the material plane.
No, that is a being of elemental energy. What's left of it? It might survive if you freed it, but it is very weak.
Would it hurt me if I freed it?
Well, certainly.
I just want to quickly roll an insight. It's not going to be great, but I just want to get a feeling. 13. I feel like Farok's being honest about this. Like, it will come.
Yeah, no, it's not a great roll, but you definitely don't feel like there was any dishonesty in any of that.
Okay.
You get the idea that anything in those jars is either starving or pissed off. Like, neither...
Right, like Farok is.
Yeah.
Do you know anything of the black ooze?
Perhaps. There are some from where I come from that are similar. If it's the subject ooze, anything it would do with them to steal. Consume. I don't think it cares much for where it is. Either way. I don't think it cares about anything.
Then it shall stay, as it seems. Freeing any of them other than you put my life at risk. You are the lucky one today, Farok.
Why, indeed. It seems that your friend is almost through the glass.
As you hear a crack, finally, and a splinter goes up, as the integrity of the glass breaks, and some of the liquid starts to shoot out. As soon as the liquid, hits the air, it vaporizes. It starts to turn into, a weird green steam.
I duck, because that means it goes up.
Thank God. Thought we were going to drown. Okay.
It starts to fill the room, though, very rapidly.
Point 1 and point 2. I don't care about anybody else.
Point 1 and point 2, run away, and you smell an acrid smell in the air. You do not think it'll be safe to stay in this room.
Yeah, I duck low as soon as it vaporizes and starts rising, as vapor does. I duck low to be under the vapor, unless it's heavy vapor. Whatever it takes. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Avoid the gas.
Yeah, I avoid the gas and I move out of the room.
You watch the cracks spread, and the vapor fill the room. And point 1 and point 2 immediately move away, because even the brief moment they got touched by it, you watch their metal that makes up some of their arms corrodes from the touch. They gain a layer of rust or patina. They run away.
Yeah, I reach out for them so that I can pick them up off the ground.
As you smell, I need you to roll a fortitude save as the gas enters the room. As cracks continue to form, you are pretty sure you don't need to do anything else to free this creature.
Yeah, I'm already on my way out of the room. 14.
You start coughing, but you grab up point 1 and point 2, and you make it to the other side of the room to the ladder again.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I yell back, I go,
This space is too dangerous for us. Can you make it?
Who are you talking to?
Farok.
Oh.
Who's should, as the cracks should be able to communicate better.
Yes, I'm almost free. You may want to get out of the way.
Follow my presence. It's the exit.
And I move, and I pop out the trapdoor, knowing that, what carnage is up here will be nothing compared to whatever carnage may come from this.
Reyes, as you head up the ladder, the last glimpse you see through this gathering fog.
I do try to take a peek at him before he pops out, or as he pops out if I can.
Something unfurls from within the broken remains of the glass canister. And as it unfurls, you seem to get the idea that it is maybe upwards of 16 feet tall, as it stands up from what may have been a crouched position. And from its back, you see uncurling from around behind it a second set of arms, but these do not end in the large hand that pressed against the glass. These end in what you can almost be certain of, despite the haze, was some sort of giant claw.
What?
And then the fog covers everything and you have to get out. You can't get any more of a look.
Yeah, that's it. But I wait at the top.
It's a moose.
I bust through the trapdoor with point 1 and point 2 until I'm sure they're holding on to me at this point. And I step back from the trapdoor with it open, and I take a quick look around, being pretty sure that there's nobody here, because I couldn't hear anybody earlier. Mm-hmm. What do I see as I take my quick look around?
Fire.
There is a fire that is trying to burn itself out. It has created a lot of smoke. You can't see great because haze is starting to move through. You can't see more than let's say 35 feet in front of you. You lose sight of things. It starts to get really smoky. The middle of the room, though, you see this blaze on the carts and the conveyor belt. The belt that snakes through the room. You see that they have moved everything they could away that they could save from being burned has been pushed against the walls. And other than that, though, it's a ghost town. It seems that everybody has left, except for you hear a scuffle up in the offices.
I hear something happening up towards where I know the offices are, but I probably can't really see it. I look at point 1 and point 2 and I go,
That's likely where the rest of the team is. Go. I must see this part through.
Okay.
What do you bloody mean it calls itself 9? Nobody cares. We're gonna take our prize and go. Thank you, Ateru. I will tell the circle that you helped. I'm sure they'll appreciate to know that you are still willing to help us.
Ateru, who are these people?
These are what others would be calling me Ken-9. These are the other shifters of the Broken Circle. And this one fancy themselves a druid now.
I'm the first shifted druid. Why do I care to tell you?
I thought you were a druid.
They will be.
Ashlyn snorts at that. And then she tugs at Caleb and says, "Come on, we've got it, let's go."
What have you got?
And she holds up the crystal. 1 Inquisitor.
Why do you need an Inquisitor?
Yes, what will we be doing with it? Is this something useful if we can collect more?
She starts to open her mouth, and literally Ashlyn just grabs her by her jaw and turns her toward the door. No! And they start heading out toward the way they came in. They leave that big office that you broke the desk in, back to the original office. Do you do anything?
No.
Then they leave.
I'm gonna let them do their thing. 9, grab as many papers as we can.
You watch them climb out the window. The druid that known as Caleth apparently turns into an eagle again, holding the stone in its talons, and they fly out the window.
Grog said he needed paperwork. Let us see what we can get for him, yes?
I've got a whole stack of folders right here.
Then let us go before we get caught in this bullshit any longer. And Adair just, grabs a bunch and leaves with 9.
I do think we did a lot more than we needed to.
Reyes, as you get over to the stairs, you see the Warforged unit in a heap.
I don't go over to the stairs.
You just send point 1 and point 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I sent them. I said I have unfinished business. I need to see this thing come out.
Okay. Yeah, so you send them over there. They are quickly swept up. As you guys meet point 1 and point 2 at the bottom of the stairs. There, you guys quickly sweep each other up and see each other again.
Hey, where's Reyes?
9, what happened here? And Adair points at the Warforged puddle.
Oh, help me take that back.
Sure.
Go away.
Of course.
Reyes, back down.
Yeah, there's a lot of tubes and things and all kinds of stuff.
He knows everything is on fire and that he is muted, yes?
I didn't go back down, to be clear. I waited at the trapdoor.
Yeah, so if you guys come down and move forward like a handful of feet, you see him come out of the smoke.
We start dragging the Warforged.
He's over here. He's
Reyes, it is time to move, friend. Things are coming down.
Yes, I know. I'll be all right. Go.
Oh, we need to go.
I have a favor I need to see completed.
Leave him. His cremation if you choose it.
I will survive. I'll leave before I'm at risk.
Okay, back into bodies.
I need Daru and Rask to roll fortitude saves, as the smoke is very thick.
Fuck yeah, that's a number I roll on dice.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother. I rolled that dice so good. I'm so good at that dice. You don't even need to ask what I rolled on that dice.
You do good on that one. You are a barbarian. That should be like you're the good thing.
18.
15. Oh, and I also start ducking as the smoke is probably.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
tall,
guys.
So I need to. I'll go all the way down to slinking. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He pulls the Adaru and melts.
Yeah, you guys duck low and you cough up a little bit, but you're fine. But as you get low, one thing you guys do notice when you duck your head a little lower is that coming from where he's standing, the trapdoor that he came out of, you see this green mist coming up.
Adaru just pulls his face cover over his face and drags faster.
I go,
Go, don't let the green mist touch you.
And I back up from it, but I don't walk away. I still want to be in eye shot. Okay. I can see within 30 feet at this stage.
You guys start to hear a loud crumbling and banging, like something is underneath your feet and is destroying everything around it. You hear the sound of what is unmistakably the metal pipe wrenched and bent that point 1 and point 2 used to climb down. And after that, after a couple of heavy thuds, you hear the sound of a wall collapse. And midway, as you drag the Warforged across the center of the...
Stop! It is coming down!
Yeah, as you drag the Warforged over the center of the floor, you see it sink 2 feet, as if something that was holding it up is no longer there. It doesn't quite cave in, but it looks like it's heading that way. Riz, as we've said, you do have this strange understanding of floor plans, and you realize that this thing is starting from the ground up with its destruction.
Yes, it appears to be destroying its way up, which is ludicrous. As a person who knows things about stuff.
Absolutely insane. No plan.
No plan whatsoever. Who goes into an op without a plan?
Not you. You guys make it to the other side.
We always have several plans we don't follow.
From the other side, Adaru yells at you to get out. Adaru and Nine, you go outside where you see the rest of the crew just sort of standing there like they're, it's a fire drill. They expect it to be over soon.
Has Reyes started moving yet?
No.
Adaru goes
I
back
see
for
that.
Reyes.
I see the ground is starting to cave in. Does it look like? I'm going to ask you. Does it look like if I wait, I could still see it pop out from the caved-in ground?
You can just keep waiting if you want.
Just to clarify exactly my plan, I'm going to as much clean air as I can from as low as I can, then bolt up the stairs and jump through one of the upstairs windows because I know there's a bunch of people out there that cannot fucking see me.
Yeah, you did not come in the way they did. It would be weird for you to appear. Yeah. No, I get that. You wait another moment, Risk. Just handle it moment by moment. It's more fun. You wait another moment, and yes, the floor caves in, and now there's this big gap. You would need to jump if you were to even join your friends. Do you let Adaru know your intent? I feel like that's the real question.
Adaru basically gets to the door, turns around, Reyes isn't there, and heads back in if Reyes isn't immediately behind him, which we know he's not.
Right. As soon as if you start like yelling, or if you don't make any noise until you come into sight, as soon as I know you're there, I go, I have another exit.
Adaru just says, "You're stupid," and leaves.
Yes.
Because I can't get to him anyway, so there's nothing I can't help.
9. You make it to the big garage door that lets everything into the loading bay. You're dragging the Warforged. One last question. Did anybody have Frank?
No.
Oh, man. Poor Frank.
I'm going to pass by Frank on my way out.
Yeah, I know you ain't going to get him. So...
I don't know. Is he groggy and he asks for help? I guess I'm really altruistic today.
You see everybody milling around and just sort of waiting, and they hear the banging and the collapsing. Behind Adaru, the floor starts to sink in and collapse everywhere. You assume another wall must have come down below, because another section of the floor starts to go, and this time you see that it carries over to the east side toward the door that everyone has escaped from. You see that side of the building fully sinks. So you expect that whole wall, that whole side of the factory is going to collapse next. Reyes, if that wall collapses, it's going to get real dangerous for you to be where you are. It doesn't look like it's coming up until it's ripped out every wall that's holding up the basement.
There, when he gets outside, takes a couple deep, ragged breaths and stands up and says, "Has anyone seen Frank?"
No, he was with the Inquisitor in his... Oh, no, Frank!
Did you really just lose your Inquisitor and your lead production engineer?
Hey, fuck the Inquisitor, man. All he does is hassle us. Frank's alright.
We need to come up with a story, or your ass is going to be had.
Right now?
And then Jerry just says, "Are you waiting for this to calm down?" And just points at the building as, like, the wall collapses again.
Yeah, as the left side just totally collapses in front of them. Reyes, what do you do? You realize this place is coming down, my guy.
I realize that it's going to come down before he comes out, before he's visible, and I squint my eyes, I grit my teeth, and go, fuck! And I start sprinting up the stairs to pop out one of those windows.
As you run up, it's the same window that the druids left, but as you run, you do hear a sick, weak cough from the office next to it.
Let it go. Let him go.
Hey! Somebody there! Help!
I'm trying to think if Reyes helps.
Roll it.
Okay.
When in doubt, roll it out.
What do you think? What are we thinking?
Like you said, he's strangely altruistic today.
High for favorable results, my man.
All right. On behalf of Frank, high or low, Jay?
Ooh. Low. Please help.
Low and slow.
Ooh. 19 is what I rolled.
Oh,
Frank.
So I hear him coughing. I stop for a second.
Frankly, it's just not your day.
And then I roll.
What?
And I burst out the window.
As you jump out the window, you swing out and then clasp onto the side of the wall and start to like get down carefully. But you realize that this wall starts to sink, and you've got to kick off to get away from it. And you go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check, as you have to fall the last 15 feet and get away from the wall as it starts to collapse.
Acrobatics I'm pretty good at. 17.
The wall buckles, caves in. You do a little tumble. You rolled good, so you're only going to take 4 damage.
Sick.
As you hit the ground in a bit of a roll. Luckily, you were on the opposite side of everyone, waiting for the fire to end. They were thinking that maybe it would peter out and they'd have to get back to work and, clean up. But they don't have to worry about that, as Crack-A-Cola crumbles. A giant plume of smoke and dust shoots into the air as it goes down.
I want to be paying very close attention to this rubble, this dust, every bit of it. I'm like sunk low because you said it was a big field, sunk low in this grass, hoping to still kind of remain hidden, but I'm still looking to see what the fuck this was.
What do you guys do amidst the men? They all stand as you watch the rest of Crack-A-Cola fall over. You just see a lot of the guys like, oh shit, I'm gonna need a new job. Fuck.
I whispered to Adaru.
I think we delayed the audit.
And there just doesn't turn, but just leads in. We'll do Warforged in the cart and go. And just like brushes Nine off to load the Warforged and the cart we're stealing, because we make it out, baby.
As you and Nine move to just sort of surreptitiously get the fuck out while everyone's in chaos and freaked out, can you guys roll me a couple of perceptions? Reyes, I need you to roll a perception, but with disadvantage.
Sweet, that just means flat perception, because I already get advantage.
Sure.
Aha!
Ryan has such a happy look on his face.
I got a 17 plus 1.
Man.
I got a 13.
I got a 17. I even had advantage.
So, Nine, as you get the Warforged in and you start to push away, it's not sight, it's not sound, it's not smell. You feel a tremor that seems to be emanating away from you, like you're on the outer edge of something moving underneath the ground. Reyes, you've got your eyes peeled, you're trying to get a glimpse of this thing, and you realize that however powerful this thing was, and no matter what they intended for that old tunnel, he apparently was capable of clearing it out. As underneath all of the men who work at Crack-A-Cola, dust explodes. The ground erupts, and from the ground comes out a 16-foot-tall, horned, angry Glabrezu demon.
Made friends with a demon. Poor choice.
I would like to use the moment that you said I could use at some point during the heist, where we call back to something we planned from very, very early on.
You already used
You want
yours.
to do a flashback?
Fuck!
Story point, he didn't.
You got story. Yeah, you do have story points. What do you want?
Use your story point.
And the plan was when we made our escape, we would all act in concert. And Nadaru holds out a lit piece of tinder, and we all light our oil flasks and throw them over our shoulder out of the back of the cart as we leave, as a diversion.
God damn.
Well, guys, he used the story point. He cannot make you guys do anything,
I don't know if I want to do that, Adaru.
As the dirt collapses, before the dirt hits the ground, 3 men are in severed halves.
Do I recognize that as a demon?
Roll Arcana.
I don't have much for Arcana here.
This
Nadaru
Oh,
knows.
16 though.
hulking beast that stands 16 feet tall. Its face like some sort of weird, skinless goat. Horns jutting from the back of its head, and from its back come incredibly large, claw-ending arms. On the front of it are 2 human-like hands that it uses to hold people up, throw them into the claws as you witness what it's doing. You rolled a 16? That's a demon. You've recently been told a little bit about demons. You don't know what it is, but you're guessing that that's a demon.
What kind of demon again? Because I want to have.
I
an
mean,
image of it.
that means nothing to Reyes.
I do believe he said that it's a gabagool demon.
A gabagool demon. It is a gabagool demon, because I don't know if that's a TSR fucking Wizards of the Coast thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to see it. It is terrifying.
It is the gobbledygook.
It is very large. There's one more thing about it. It is like a solid, deep, dark red color. In the sunlight, even in the sunlight, you see that its skin is covered with these fissury cracks that look a lot like those things you fought in the Knoll Cave, which also solidifies the idea that this thing may be a demon, and maybe so were those.
Okay.
Well,
But Reyes doesn't know anything about demons in general.
Yeah, I don't know anything about demons, just that they are, and that usually bad, I guess.
I mean, it's a demon.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking demon.
It's a fucking demon.
When I see it and realize it's a demon, I go, fuck.
Do you guys do anything as the men scream and come under attack
Absolutely
from
not.
a viciously angry, vengeful creature of the void?
Oh, I just get the fuck out of there, just to be clear. After I've seen it, I get the fuck out of there so fast.
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. I would like. We're running. We're running away. It feels very bad. I don't like it.
Ah,
I googled it and I don't like it. Let's
Adaru
go.
does the most rational thing humanly possible. He pulls out his sword and goes, "Sup, bruh? Thoughts?"
And then I hit Adaru over the head and we go.
You get a flash of communication from the sword.
Your thoughts?
Needs to be destroyed. You should run.
Adaru just takes the sword, raises it up over his head, and slaps the ox on the ass, the flat side of it. Just spanks the ox. Let's get this cart moving.
Crack-a-Cola was one of the most important companies in Santos as far as revenue, and also for the primacy in general. They created healing potions mainly for the military, but they were mass-producing things on a large level. But as it turns out, there may have been something dark in the bottle. Reyes, you stealth away. You meet back up with the guys like a block later as they just fucking bone out. And as you guys are heading back into the heart of Santos, maybe to go meet back up with Finboggy, in the direction that you saw Finboggy go, Reyes, you found out from Foe the other day that's where the Inquisitor's office is. And there's smoke behind you, but there's also a tower of smoke coming from it as well.
fuck.
Hey Tavern Goers! Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. Today's tale featured Mitchell Travis as Atheru, Jeffrey Lisk as Reyes, Ryan Santos as Number 9, and Jameson Oxford as the Dungeon Master. You can follow us and interact with us on Twitter at Torchlit Tavern, or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/torchlittavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/torchlit tavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bretteagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by Jameson Oxford and Ryan Santos. Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories.
I want this on recording.
Okay.
I rolled stealth as we escape violently through this, like, vehemently through
Why
the
do
city.
you tell me things that I already know?
Yeah, but I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
So that can't
so
go
then
away.
later, when you don't remember what Jeff rolled, and I say, Jeff rolled a nat 20, it's corroborated. He did roll a nat 20.
Sure.
I rolled a nat 20 on that. For sure.
All right,
I was so stoked about it.
I gotta end it. Let's clap out.